An all-hands response in Bangor today as departments from around the region were on the scene of a fire at a storage facility. A witness tells WABI she was driving on Union Street around 11 when she saw smoke and fire coming from Bangor self-storage. When firefighters got there, they say they found a working fire deep within the building. Despite high winds and at times heavy rain, officials say thanks to their quick response, those conditions didn't present too much of a challenge. They were able to keep the fire contained to around half a dozen units, though there was smoke damage throughout the building. Once the flames were under control, crews worked to salvage what they could and prevent further damage from other people's property. Bangor's deputy fire chief says this isn't the first time there's been a fire at this particular business, and it being a store facility presents a unique set of challenges.
These are storage containers that are owned by other people. They are secure. They have locks on them. So getting access to those is very difficult and time consuming. We have to use our saws to make way into it. The units themselves are full of a lot of materials. We don't know what's inside for cargo. It could be anything from flammable liquids to household items like bed sheets and clothes.
I just saw the black smoke coming out of the windows and saw a little fire coming out, and I immediately pulled over and called 911.
It's not something you were expecting to see here on this Friday?
No, I wasn't.
In addition to area municipalities, the Air National Guard also provided help. The cause of the fire under investigation. Bangor says that the fire marshal has been notified.